Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Oh, thanks for tuning in. What's up, you guys? This is Ray Ray all day. And on IG, you can find me at All Day Ray Ray. Unfortunately, my microphone went out, so I'm using my trusty dusty. So I hope my voice sounds good. I'm gonna check it out before I post this. But yeah, I got my notes, and I actually am recording this again because, like I mentioned, my mic. I found out my mic went out when I went to review the video. When I went to editing. So yeah. So we're gonna do this again. Yeah. We're gonna start off with Miss Ernestine, child. She is hallucinating. This this disease she got her just almost losing her mind, child. She is singing up the paint from generations to generations to generations, and it looks like she's been holding it down. As I kind of guessed from season 1, episode 1, or episode 2 when she kind of broke down to Clifford. Yeah, this has been in my family for years, and you can't lose this building. You can't lose the business, no matter what kind of business it is. You just can't lose the property. You gotta. Hey, property is just like cash. It can be turned into cash real quick, according to what I've been noticing. But yeah, anywho, she's hallucinating, and then she sees her dead daughter. Oh, talking about, come on, mom, it's time to go. And Miss Ernestine was like, I don't want to go nowhere with you. I ain't ready to go to heaven. Nope. So she kind of, slipping in and out and just going in and out. And next thing we see, Uncle Clifford and Haley meeting at the paint, and they going over all the financials about it. And Uncle Clifford's trying to let her know, don't sell it because of all the history going through, his generational through his generations, and letting her know, this is where my granddaddy did this. This is where my great granddaddy did that. This is what my grandmother sang on the stage for so and so and so and so. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of history, but at the same time, they don't own it. Hey, all he can do is what he can do, and beg on the mercy of the court, which is Haley. But he's really trying to be adult about it, letting her know up front. I know we've been dissing each other left and right, but on the real deal, this is what's going on. Laying out all the stuff his family has done with this building, and over this decades, 40 years, I think it's been. It's real interesting. So let's see. Haley is letting them know, they offer me 5, but I know I can get 10. I know that's right. I know that's right, because she said she wants 10. So his cut is roughly 3 million, almost 4 million. Because from what I remember, it takes a good $1 million to open up an establishment and have it functioning within the first 6 months to a year. But but generally it takes about $1 million. You need $1 million. But hey, I could be wrong. So, even if it was 5, Uncle Clifford really wouldn't be left with much after that payout of $1.7 million, or just about 1.7 mil. So it's, hell, like she said, they've been tripling and quadrupling and the offers. So yeah, she wants 10, like she said. I don't blame her. I want 10. I don't want just a measly less than, because you may need a good $1 million to do something with. for what type of, brain power she got. So I can see why she won't 10, even though I mean, they gonna make billions off of that land. So 10 million is nothing, like she explained to them at that party. So yeah, good going, girl. Shoot for 25. It sent me 12. No, but what else we got? Mercedes and Terica talking about next steps. Child. So Terica's still at Mercedes. Mercedes is telling the official mother, she gonna be over here for a few more days because she needs it, and I'll send her on home after that. And she kind of is a little hesitant, but Mercedes is like, just get yourself together, and I hope she gets to stay with Mercedes, and hey, it is what it is, right? She might as well. Nothing else to do over there. Child, that's so trifling. Telling her she was a mistake. That's so crazy. Next, we got Lil Murda, remembering Big Tink. Aw, he on the couch smoking a doobie. And, he's hearing Miss Ernestine up there coughing her lung up. But, he's just really, really thinking about what he went through in that car with Big Tink and everything that they've been through. Flashbacks of everything. And, he's really going through it. Traumatized. Who wouldn't be if that happened to them? If you've never heard the sound of a handgun, that alone is scary. For that to be so close, I'm sure his ears were ringing, and just dazed a little bit because it's a deafening sound, and then you're enclosed, child. That was crazy. Oh boy, where was I? Yeah, so he's hearing her cough more and more, and he go check on her, bring a plate of food and some smothered pork chops, candy yams, collard greens, and cornbread. And she lucky he brought that because Uncle Clifford, whatever that chicken and whatever dressing was not was not it. She talking about it's gonna kill her before that disease do. And she's lucky to have him there, and he's really appreciating it. And she makes a little joke about having an old bitch like him more and more if he keep cooking like this, and he thought she was talking about her, but she was talking about the other her, Uncle Clifford. Okay, like no, I ain't the old bitch I'm talking about. So he wants Miss Ernestine to put in a good word for him and everything, but she know it's all good. She ain't gotta say nothing else. Yeah. She know her grandson. Anyway, next we got Keyshawn sees Haley. Oh boy. Keyshawn sees Haley at the store. Keyshawn is with her family getting stuff for the house, and next we see Haley peeking around the corner trying to get her attention. So her face is all beat up and carrying on. So she, telling Derek that she's going to go get some makeup for her face. So she meets Haley over there, and Haley offers her some more help, and surprised that what she already provided her with hasn't been done. So, Haley is serious about this because she meets up with it later on. But we'll talk about it in a minute. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Yeah. Keyshawn. Next, we see Uncle Clifford and Lil Murda. Uncle Clifford rushed in the house, child, trying to see what is going on. It's like dead silence. He should be hearing noise. He should be hearing something. He thinking of monoxide poisoning, all this stuff is going on. He bum rushing his grandma's room, and Lil Murda just sitting in a chair watching over the grandma. She's sleeping. And Uncle Clifford questioning Lil Murda about, have you done this? Have you checked the blood sugar? He's like, yes, at 120. She's like, have you checked the temperature? Yes, at 101. He's like, yeah, I got this shot. Just relax. I like when he say shawty. I love when men call us shawty. Oh, that make me feel so girly and cute. Cause I like to be girly and cute. Okay, I'm that type of girl. I'm girly. Hey, I ain't. I'll try any outfit once to see if it'll work. I'll try any hairdo once to see what it would do. I'm a little adventurous, but at the same time, I ain't way out there. Anywho, what was I saying? Little Murder, yeah. So, Little Murder calmed Uncle Clifford down. Like, man, I got this. What's going on? So they make their way down to the kitchen. Uncle Clifford is offered some lunch and discovers how good of a cook Lil Murder is, and now he know why his grandma don't want his food. Ooh, that must have been some nasty chicken and dressing. What could it? Probably put too much basil or some oregano. If you put too much oregano and basil on your chicken, it'll just throw it all kinds off. And also too much onion powder. Lesson learned. Hello. You really got to be light with the onion powder. I wonder if it was a mixture of them two. Because if he's doing baked chicken, then anyway. Well, anyway, it was too nasty to eat. Thank God for Lil Murder's cooking. Okay. Where I leave off. So yeah, he's talking about the deal that Haley got, and Lil Murder's like, man, it's a lot of Skrilla you want to pass up, but they just keep talking and talking, and then I like how Uncle Clifford sashays away and says, "Well, it looks like you're gonna be here another night, so I'm gonna go find you some clothes to wear." I'm sure. It's always that another night, right? I know that's right. What's next? Wody. No, what's next? Terica, yeah. So Terica learned she's not going to get no ice cream. Because Mercedes was like telling her, we got to do this, we got to do that, saying how she was gonna get some ice cream because Terica was craving at the time. She was drilling her about what she wanted to do, because you coming up on the cusp of a certain decision. So Terica find out they're not going to the ice cream shop, and Mercedes like, listen, I'm just trying to take you down to Jackson so you can get all your questions answered and know all your options, because you ain't gonna get it right here. And she said, I don't know everything. I can't tell you right from wrong. All I can tell you is, all I can ask you is what you want to do. So Terica is just concerned about not having about Mercedes wanting her to not have the baby. And Mercedes was just adamant, like, no, you just need to know all your options, because if that is an option, then we need to take care of it right then and right now. So this is where we're at. You tell me right now, so we got to deal with it right now. Hey, if you would have told me this 2 months ago, perhaps, or 6 weeks ago, it may not be so pressed. Anyway, so yeah, she learns she's not going to get no ice cream, and kind of flips off that Mercedes. Mercedes kind of pops her in the mouth, slaps her in the face for talking too reckless. Like, wait a damn minute. But maybe not pop her in the face. Maybe just squeeze a lip. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Not just outright slap or a hit. Hey, sometimes you have to give this a little physical. Sometimes hey, as a parent, you had to throw your weight around a couple of times to let them know, okay, you ain't too big for your britches. We've all, it's not like hey, it happened. It wasn't an everyday occurrence. Nothing, hey, everybody had that one experience where you tested the waters and got shut down like Denise did on the Huxtable, on the Cosby Show. Okay, where was I? Kind of went off on a tangent. Wody catches up with Little Murder finally. Little Murder cleaned up, find his phone, and all these accolades. Apparently, his uh his rap on Tina Snow's new track is fire. Everybody's blowing him up. Business is calling, personal folks calling, social media is lit, and his tour is reignited, and they discussing Big Tink, and luckily Wody is in a position to take care of Big Tink. He ain't just another number. So, wow. Rest in peace, Big T. But Wody's like, cool, so in the midst of that, Little Murder hears some noise. He's like, oh shoot, what's all that bumping? So, he hang up with Wody. Come to find out, that's Uncle Clifford in his room taking out stuff, trying to find for Little Murder to wear, like he mentioned earlier when they were having lunch. And then they, Little Murder bag on certain clothes that he had pulled out, and they just going, over things, and little Uncle Clifford is going back to his childhood, describing things, and when I had this when I was doing such and such. I was so and so years old, and I had this, just going back down memory lane. And Lil Murder was like, so you've been having this all this time since you was, knee high to a grasshopper, pretty much, and like, don't be offended, but what are you, but she was offended, and Uncle Clifford was like, hold up. If that asking me is just the worst thing you can do at this point. I kind of get it. To me, it's like, take me for what I am, take me for who I am, what I'm presenting to you. I mean, but it sounds like he's not challenging who Uncle Clifford is saying she is. He's just getting clarification. What is all this? Because this nuance of all the nuance of letter folk, you don't know what's what until because it's all, some things are also new. And so here we are where they're learning each other, and it was pretty cool. I like that. So next we see Mercedes takes Terica to the bathroom. There's some dive along the highway, and it's the same dive that she recognized her and her mama at years ago when she was a teenager. Come to find out, that's when she was messing with Cortez, Terica father. And the mama was short for their food, so she couldn't pay the bill. See a guy looking and is trying to offer her daughter up as to pimping her daughter out. Child, what is going on in America? So young Mercedes was like, no, mom, it's okay. I got some money. So a little piece of condom slips out. And Pastor Woodbine went completely ham in the restaurant, beating her up all kind of ways, butt loose. And it was just a horrible, horrible, horrible flashback. So then they finally make it to Jackson, and they had to, walk through a barrage of protesters. So Mercedes is getting all that. I mean, Terica and Mercedes is in the OB office getting all the info and getting all the cancer diagnoses dispelled, and learns that she's 14 weeks and on that cusp, almost completing a full first trimester. So she only got like a day to make a decision. Pretty much 24 hours from now, you're going to be having a procedure or not. So, Mercedes and her is talking about it, and, talking about it, and child, it blows up, and they actually have that talk. And so they, Mercedes admits to really effing up when Terica brings up, what about the visitations that were set up? What about the birthday you're supposed to go to? And, she just admitted that she messed up. She admits that she was wrong. She took full accountability for not being there when those times she should have. So I get it. It's just been a big old disappointment. And Terica promising that she'll never be a mother like her mother or the other mother, Shell, and all that stuff. I'm like, oh baby, she got nobody. And Patrice Woodbine, child. I wish. So yeah, they finally make that decision, and when they wake up, Mercedes like, okay, what's up? And Terica is still trying to get her mama to tell her what to do. So her mama give her the keys and say, you gonna tell me what you gonna do. So Chuckalisa or Jackson, let's roll. So they driving, they see the sign, either make a right to Jackson or go straight to Chuckalisa. So they driving, and as soon as the sign come up, that blinker come on. Like, damn. She knew already. So yeah, she went on and went to Jackson, had the procedure, and they talking the next day, and she's just resting and taking it all in, and they just moving on as mother and daughter as much as they can with everything going on. And I can just imagine what's gonna transpire once Shell finds out. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. What's next? Mercedes. Miss Ernestine's escape. Child. Miss Ernestine escapes the house. Uncle Clifford and Little Murder trying to find her. She's taking her clothes off, leaving trails of her clothes like breadcrumbs. And going towards the Mississippi River. And they finally catch up with her at the bank, and she just crying out that she wants to get in the water. She really wants to get in the water, bring the water to her. And so Little Murder grabs some clothes and saturates it with the water and drips it on her face. And then he discovers she's really getting sick. Her fingertips turning blue. So they managed to get her back to the house, and then they have to call an ambulance to come take her to the hospital because she's getting worse and worse. And so, Uncle Clifford's really concerned, and thank goodness little Murder's there. Now he's, now they're both, each other's sound bites, they're both of each other's help. They need each other, which is great because they love each other, obviously. Yeah, so Miss Ernestine is going to the hospital, and Uncle Clifford takes a shower and is really, really distraught and crying. And while he's doing all that, Little Murder's making a little funny imitation of Cisco. So when Uncle Clifford comes in, he's just laughing and giggling and dancing himself, and they're just having a good old time and just clowning each other. And then Little Murder sees all of the postcards and also asks Uncle Clifford, "Oh, so which one was your favorite?" And the one where Little Murder said, "You look good in red." I know that's right. He was wearing like this red based robe. Anywho, so they end up laughing, giggling, falling on the bed. Of course, they fall on the bed, laughing and go, we're on the bed now. And of course, one thing led to another, child, and they go together. They go together. They go together. Because once there's no condom use, we go together. Hey, till death do us part. We go together. Ain't gonna be nobody else but you and me. Now the condom off. And child, Little Murder was the receiving. So it's all to the GOOD, okay? I heard that and was happy to receive it. I know that's right. So now we got Mercedes and Terica Oh no, not them. Who was I talking about? Haley. Haley visits Keyshawn again and offers help. She comes to the house and she says she has a gift for the baby and she's wanting, come check on the girl. And they talking and she meaning Haley is telling Keyshawn while holding the baby and comforting the baby about this story about, release and relax, relate, release, getting rid of your issues in this secret poem of a story. So bottom line is she gave her a burner cell phone and told her, hey, something happened, call me. Or just call me, period. And we will take care of this. So I'm happy to know that at least somebody's trying to help Keyshawn because she needs some help. What do you think about this episode, y'all? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. I hope Miss Ernestine makes it. I would like to see her continue because she is a hoot. If anybody should go, it should be Derek. I'm just saying. Well, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And if you could like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate it. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.